Quantum right now is arguably the best element in the game thanks to these two units. Scylla is currently the best DPS unit in the game and pretty much can destroy anyone, especially if they have quantum weakness. But not all enemies do, and that's where Silverwolf comes in. As unlike other Nihility Path characters, if you are running Silverwolf in your team, you do not need to worry about running a team with your main DPS being one of the elements the enemies are weak against. Mainly the elite ones, as the sidekicks, they just die way too fast, whether they have quantum weakness or not. And that's not all, she can also shred the enemy's defense with her ultimate, and her skill can also reduce the enemy's damage resistance for the implanted weakness. As this isn't a Silverwolf build guide, let's just leave it at that. Now, the only problem here is having these two units if you are free to play. Well, not really. There are a couple more. The first one being the elemental weakness that Silverwolf implants is selected at random, but it has to be the type of one of her allies, including herself. So if you are running a team with Silverwolf, Scylla, Natasha, and Tingian, there is a 33% chance of her adding one of the three different element types as weakness to the enemy. So the best way to maximize her kit currently will be running them with Tingian and Bailu. So now every time you implant an elemental weakness to an enemy with Silverwolf, it has a 50% chance of being quantum, because we only have two different element types in our team, which is lightning and quantum. Now if you were to use Bronya instead of Tingian, or let's say use a physical DPS, you're going to have to pray for the RNG to choose physical out of all the different element types in your team so that your main DPS can deal more damage to the enemy. So I'm sure you figured this one out already. Silverwolf shines the most in a mono quantum team, meaning every single unit in your team is of quantum type. So anytime you use your skill on an enemy, provided you have enough effect hit rate, and I do hope you picked up her free-to-play signature light cone, because that one is really good. So back to what I was saying, provided you have enough effect hit rate, anytime you use Silverwolf's skill to implant an elemental weakness on an enemy, it's gonna be quantum 100% of the time. Wouldn't that be awesome? Just run one team and you can destroy pretty much any enemy lineups in the game, regardless of whatever element they are weak against. So when will that happen? Well, we have some leaks on upcoming characters, and they are actually releasing 3 more quantum units in the future. First one being a 4-star quantum abundance unit, Lynx. Second one being Hanabi, a 5-star quantum harmony. And the last one is someone who's already in the game, Fuzuan, who will be a 5-star preservation path character. So if you think the current Silverwolf is broken, well, she's about to get even better, unless they were to release someone like Silverwolf with a different element, which is very doubtful. But in case they did, you will not even need to switch up your team in Memory of Chaos. The same 2 brain-dead teams in every floor. How awesome would that be, right? So what about skill management? Silverwolf's implanted weakness lasts for 3 turns with her bonus ability. So does the defense reduction on her ultimate. So if you're using a mono quantum team with Silverwolf, you only need to use her skill once every 4 turns, which makes her skill point positive. So you can reserve your skill points for your other characters, mainly your main DPS. Also, something else I was wondering is why the Genius or Brilliant Star set so good for any DPS compared to other sets in the game. Because now that Silverwolf exists, you can just implant quantum weakness on any enemies, and even if your main DPS isn't quantum, they are still gonna ignore the 20% of the enemy's defense every time they attack. Of course, you will get the best result when the enemy is weak against whatever element type your main DPS is. So you add quantum weakness to the enemy on top, and boom, your main DPS will be cooking. So if you are looking forward to making an overpowered team, I think you know who you should pull. Unfortunately though, we do not have any information on when Hanabi and Lynx are coming out. Fuzuan should be out pretty soon. I think she is gonna be out in like version 1.3. She's coming pretty soon, I can tell you for sure. Also, do keep in mind, these are just speculations, as by the time those quantum units come out, they might add some enemy in the game who's gonna have really strong resistance against quantum. They might. Anything possible, right? So what about you guys? Would you love to have a team like this that can cross any content and completely eliminates the need for using units with particular element type to beat certain enemies? Or do you think that will make the game just way too boring? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, and do not forget to leave a like and subscribe if you made it this far. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this video, and I'm out. And you guys stay awesome. Bye.